Good morning, everybody. I hope this is working. Appreciate you guys, whoever's in here, come in and waiting a couple minutes. Sorry, I was a couple minutes late trying to get everything set up. Just firing up Ninja Trader here. Ninja Trader, you working? Might have too many things open at the moment. See if it wants to cooperate. Hope everybody's doing good. Well, hope everybody had a good holiday, Thanksgiving. If you're here in the U.S., it was a holiday week. What's up, Lennon? I did not live stream last week. I did trade Monday and Tuesday, but I did not live stream. I didn't know what the market was going to give us, and I just didn't do the live stream. I didn't really want to feel like I had to trade if I didn't want to trade. If that makes any sense. So trade. Or I didn't live stream. I should say trade though. Nasdaq. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of things in the news. Lennon, man, thanks for asking. It was good. It was good. Spent it with the family. It was nice just to kind of take a whole week of kind of like a mental break from things, in a sense. Of course, the charts always kind of pulled me back in. Couldn't stay away from too long. I was like, just open them up and see what's going on. But no, I had a good week. My kids were home most of the week. They were in school Monday and Tuesday, so I did trade a little bit then, but I didn't trade on Wednesday. They were home Wednesday, and really just take some time to take a mental break. It's also Wednesday would have been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even though the markets were open, would have been a horrible day to trade. I think if Taro's joining us today, I think he was posting over in the Discord. He was doing some trading. I think he was doing pretty well. Taro's developing some indicators, which sounds really cool. I wrote some, when I used to trade Forex, I wrote some indicators, some EAs. Yeah, that's what they call them in MetaTrader 4, some EAs, some expert advisors. None of them quite seem to work out. Some automated trading. I think all of us, like when we first start trading, we're like, we're gonna write some robot that's gonna trade for us, and it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be based on our trading strategy, and never quite works out. What's up, SW Blaze? I remember I went to my kid's pediatrician. Like the first time I went to my kid's pediatrician, he asked like what I did for a living, and I told him I was a trader and whatever. And everybody, when you tell them you're a trader, they kind of look at you skeptically. So they're like, "Oh, so you don't really have a job?" You're like, "I do." Anyways, he's like, "I think you could just like write like a robot to do that for you, something automated." Like, you have no idea. Like, it just doesn't work that way. You need to be like in front of the screens. I'm taking off this Williams percent range. You need to be in front of the screens, looking at this in order to make those good decisions. Robots cannot do it. Although, Control Z does not work on NinjaTrader. Um, although I'm sure some of the larger financial institutions have algorithms and stuff, but those guys are playing a different game than what we're playing. What's up? Find the algo. What's up, SW Blaze? All right, Nasdaq. What's going on? Let's take a look-see. Let's take a peek-see. We'll start with the weekly, and then we need to get into overnight news, and we need to get into what's coming out this week. Weekly candle. Let's look at a monthly real quick. I don't usually go this far out, but I think it's, we're about ready to close out of a month here in a few days. We're clearly in this tight down channel on the monthly. Man, if we get another bullish candle on the monthly, I don't think we need some sort of like fundamental catalyst in the market to drive us up to all-time highs or drive us back up into a trending market. I don't know if we're going to have that yet. To be completely fair, it's not going to be probably until the presidential election of 2024. So we're probably going to go through a year here of ups and downs. That's not to say that we aren't going to find some footing down here. But I'm just looking at how these monthly candles might be closing. We are coming into the end of the year here. Typically, we see some sort of Santa rally coming in around that time. Man, this thing is actually opened up down to like 9,000, which looks terrifying. But are we going to get the Santa Claus rally this year? Probably going to get a push up here. You got to remember that we are still in an overall bearish downtrend. And that is, it can't be ignored. Making lower highs here all the way down. There's probably going to put another one somewhere around here, and then are we going to roll down and come down and tag this? I don't know. Um, but at the moment, what is going on at the moment is on the weekly candles, we got a nice bullish candle last week, which followed a very bearish candle on the weekly. I thought this thing was going to roll over, but you got to remember last week was a holiday week. It's weird. Holiday weeks are just weird. Um, it's just not fun to trade. Like this thing looks like it wants to roll down. These are weekly candles, by the way. If you don't know what chart I'm on, you can always here, or I try to label them down here in the tabs too. Looks bullish at the moment. We've got this trend line that you could try to trade the breakout of, which I'll show you in the 4 hour. I had a bit of a false breakout on that thing last week, or actually, I should say we had a false breakout according to the overnight open last week or last night. We can zoom in here and we can see that same structure on a daily. What you can see on the daily happen is you had this big pop, big buying on CPI. You're always looking for some sort of fundamental move to be driving the market. We had the counter trend. We kind of popped up here. This counter trend pullback. We broke through, looked very bullish on this, and now looks like it's almost a failed breakout. Although I do think it's going to want to come up to this zone. It's just wonky trading during holiday weeks and stuff like that. We can see that more clearly now in the 4 hour. Big buying that we saw there. We just looked on the daily. You can see that big pump up here. Pull back on it, break that trend line on volume. Very nice bullish close here on the 4 hour to break out of that. Then we get this nice follow through. And now what happened last night, this is what's going on over in the overnight, is we've had this gap down on the open. Now some of that is on what's going on in China. And so you need to be aware of, larger time frame news of what's going on. What was going on? I was looking at it last night. I was like, what? Market gap down. And we've got protests going on in China. See it over here. Protests against COVID controls erupt across China. COVID's coming back into the news, which is shocking to me. Absolutely shocking to me that we're talking about flipping COVID, almost 3 years after, everything shut down, but still talking about COVID. This tech companies start rerouting critical chip supplies. China, while I don't, there's no way U.S. markets are going to be closing. There's no way we're going back to shutdowns in the United States. China can do whatever they want. I think that, to be honest with you, I think the U.S. has gotten COVID made the U.S. get a little more China-proof, I think, and also particularly again, with Chinese stocks, with everything that happened with Diddy. If anybody was trading, anyone was trading Diddy back at the time when China started really taking aim at New York Stock Exchange, New York's U.S. listed Chinese stocks. I guess this down here, Chinese protests could lead to iPhone production hit of up to 10%. This might hit Nasdaq actually if we're looking at growth industries, but I don't know. You're gonna have to see how this might actually be. I'm looking. This might be an opportunity to get long on some indices and stocks. It's just kind of a nothing news story, but let's see what happens. See how the market reacts to it. That's going to be the big thing. What's up, Ken? Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for being here. So anyways, that's why we're seeing that gap down on the market open, because of what's going on in China at the moment. So we always want to be, know what's going on with fundamentals. Last night, the market did gap down on the open, and we drove down, gosh, was from 11,730. Drove down, about 70 points. Actually came down almost 100 points there, it looks like, at the end of it. How's the U.S. market? I think the U.S. market's going to see this maybe as an opportunity. However, this is a very odd pattern. Like, this seems like it dropped too far. It seems like it may want to come down here. And if it does that, this here is going to be absolutely critical support for it. You guys notice I don't have my Bollinger Bands up anymore. I took those bad boys off. Absolute critical support down here for it. That's pretty clear. If it gets through that, then I think we are going to open up, and we may test the back end of this trend line. This trend line for me that I drew out here is valid because you see all that buying volume coming through. Very nice pennant pattern here on it, which you can see right there. Typically, when you see a pattern like that, buying come into a pennant pattern like this, and I talk about this all the time. The angle trend line, the hypotenuse on this triangle, is typically always going to break the horizontal level of support or resistance, whether it's this way or it's the bearish or whatever, I can't draw it. It's typically always gonna the hypotenuse on this thing's always gonna break. So you see that almost 9 times out of 10. However, fundamentals could drive this thing through this support level, and if it gets through, I would say 11,500, we start trading in the 400s. I think that this right here is a pretty decent pocket that you could pick up rather quickly. Probably about 100 points in there. 100 points in there. I think we're just really gonna have to let this thing. What's up, Airbank? What's up, Vernon? I think we're really just gonna have to let this thing sit on our hands, be patient, let it move around, see if this support zone holds or not. I may just have done a little drop here on some negative news overnight, and Chinese stocks dropped overnight, Tokyo dropped overnight, and then we may just see that move back up. It could just be a blip, blip in the matrix here. But 4-hour pattern looks very odd. Critical support down here, 11,550, I would say, to 500, all the way down there. That zone is going to be massive support, I would say, but it's a pretty large zone. It's difficult for scalpers to take opportunities on that. If we look over here on the hourly, let's look at volume profiles from last week. I'm going to let the market open. I'm not going to touch the market open. A Monday morning after a holiday, there's no way you're going to get me to sucker me in to scalp in the market open today. Talk to me on Wednesday. We also got to look at the news, what's going on in the news. Lots of stuff to go over this morning, guys. Not enough time to trade the market open. Let's look at volume profiles. I'm actually not seeing any. So we can just, last week, I'm not even taking into consideration last week. Last week was just a shit show. But we can see last week's volume profile here was essentially in balance with the previous weeks, which ticked higher than the previous week of that. We can look at some weekly profiles. Yeah. And, at the moment, we're still in the value area of last week. So I suspect, even though last week I'm not, but you can see the week prior to that, which I think will probably give us a better idea of where the market is. We're right in that zone. And we can see here down here, there's the support. I just think down here is going to be massive support for it. And, it may break this 650 and then get sucked down into here. It may break pre-market lows and then get sucked down in. I'd be really cautious trading it today. I think it's trying to find its identity. It's trying to find its place in the world at the moment, and we're just gonna need to let it move around. Market open. Oh, the one thing I will say is look at Delta. Delta's very bullish on it on the morning. So you'd be aware of that. Coming to the top of the trend line, see this little 5-minute veteran. Make it move back down. Point of control coming. Best to probably let it move. But although this does look bullish to me, we're having some delta divergence, yes? Bullish delta, positive 1400, negative on the day on that negative news, but not real aggressive selling. We formed this little LVN notch here. Good place to get in right there. But my mindset is not in the right place because I'm chit-chatting away here. Take that long. It does look like we're about ready to push up, however. But that's Yep. So what we have going on this week? Oops. Look what we got going on this week in terms of economic calendars. A lot of things going on this week you need to be aware of. Driving up now. Let's see. Get this. Let's pull up. I'll leave that open over there. You can notice I've taken my Bollinger Bands off the screen. I'm not going to be trading with Bollingers. I'm going to be trading mostly price action, drawing out my key levels. When I was trading last week, what I noticed is that the Bollingers were kind of getting in my way of seeing the market clearly. And I think now that as I've traded more and more, I'm still growing as a trader, no doubt. But as I've traded more and more, I have I'm not going to need to depend, I think, as much as on Bollingers as I did in the past. So I've taken, if we can get a week. All right. So what we got going on in the news this week? Nothing really today. Tomorrow, consumer confidence, housing price. I think housing is going to come into play, particularly in 2023. I think we're going to see the housing bubble potentially pop, and a lot of people are going to be looking at housing market prices, having flashbacks to 2007, all that when housing market crash. I think housing prices are absolutely incredibly high at the moment. Interest rates going up, and what I've noticed just in my own existence as a human being, as a citizen, as noticing that houses are now on the market much longer than so. That'll be interesting. Wednesday, ADP employment, of course, GDP. So this is going to be a nice data dump on Wednesday, which we should be seeing some market direction on that. We've got Powell's speech Wednesday as well, 1:30. Wednesday's going to be a big day. Thursday, again, initial jobless claims coming out, ISM coming out. Those are big. And then, of course, on Friday, NFP. So lots of news coming out this week. Lots of news. I think we need to be, aware of all of this, what's going on each day on the live stream. We'll be live streaming every day this week. We'll be making sure that we know what's going on, seeing how the market reacts to that. So news coming out as well. I'm going to continue to let this thing move around. We've broken out of this little 5-minute, but it does look bullish to me up there on the Delta. It looks like it's going to keep up here. But how are you guys doing there? More importantly, you guys are the ones that matter here. What's up, Ergo Templar? What up? What up? What up? What up? I'm sure everybody's trading fresh evaluations. Massive Black Friday sales going on, huh? Again, I'm not going to take any trades at the moment. I'm going to let this thing move around. I'm not going to trade it after holiday week. We're going to move around, see how it goes down, try to find a good trade. Some structure build intraday. Anybody here trading a new evaluation after the big sales over the Mabobber, the Black Friday sales? Apex, I'm not surprised Apex extended their sales there. The discount on the trade copier I have below. Let me double check. They did have a Black Friday sale, which I think you could have saved like 30 more bucks on it. But if you use my link below, let me look for a coupon code. But if you click the link below and just enter in their Black Friday sale, you'll support the channel, plus you'll get your discount. So let me just do that real quick. Oh, nice, Esther. Did you use the affiliate link, Esther? To know. It's okay if you, but every little bit helps. I always joke that I've got two small children, and they are growing up faster than you can believe. Their college is going to be ridiculously expensive. Ridiculously expensive. Oh, nice, Esther. I love it. I'm gonna have to double check to make sure they gave me some commission over there. Those guys. Trade Day looks cool, man. If you haven't seen Trade Day, you can check it out. All right, I'm doing a couple things here. I'm gonna talk about Trade Day in a second, but I want to see if I can find that Black Friday deal from Flowbots for you guys. I don't know if they still have it, although it's Cyber Monday, so it's. I'm looking up the Flowbots Black Friday. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I think if you click that link and then enter the code Black Friday 25 at checkout, that should give you that 25% off. Maybe, I don't know. Oop, wrong one there. Let's see. No, Black Friday 25 doesn't work. And the other one doesn't work either. So I don't know. I don't know. But if you use FTD, here, let me FTD 10, you'll get 10% off. Here, I'll just copy this over here. Sorry, yeah, I think the Black Friday thing's gone. But save you some cash anyway. All right, market's moving higher here. I need to focus on the market. I really want some 5-minute structure to build, and then we'll probably trade off of that. I don't know if that helps. If you're interested in the Replicano trade copier, it's really good for trading multiple accounts. I've never had any. I appreciate your support, Esther, on that. Thank you. All right, back to the charts here. I'm gonna talk about trade day in a second. Um, shoot, we've broken out of this 5 minute down channel. I mean, it looks bullish. Like I said, I think that news that came in overnight with the markets, about China and COVID. I mean, I don't think that's. I think the market's overreacted to that for sure, and now we're kind of correcting that overreaction. Um, we're gonna probably try to wait for like a 5 minute pullback. Bad boy. So really, what I'm looking for is, we've got this move up. I don't want to get in too high on it for sure, right? Like I don't want to buy the top here and then we roll down. So we're just gonna have to be patient. This over here on this 5 minute would have been a good one, or this 1 minute chart probably would have been a good one. Maybe here's a good one. Actually, starting to rip higher. Let's look at yeah. We have Delta moving higher. This little pullback. I'd really like to see it drop down into here somewhere. I'd like to see it give me some like bearish structure to the downside. I could trade. It's price chasing up here. Price chasing. I need to let it move around a little bit. ACFNCCP. If I need a short name for ACFNCCP. Looking bullish. Look at that 1 minute. Gonna keep moving up. Delta's moving up. I need to do a video on trade day. If you guys are interested in trade day, they offer like a different kind of. They are over here. You actually get a real funded account in after you pass your evaluation, like actual cash. So that's different, I think, from all the other ones. The other ones all start you out in a sim account. And they've got an education thing in there. I've checked it out. These guys are 2x like long time traders. And so they take kind of this more traditional prop firm approach to this particular one. They don't normally have sales. I've never seen sales for them, and they only offer 2 evaluations, so beginner and advanced. And the rules are, let's see. I should probably do a video on these guys because I'm just gonna be clicking around here forever. You guys all are. Oh, they have coaches. I'm almost intentionally looking at this so I don't. Markets, I really needed to pull back for me to get in on it. I can just figure out what the trade a minimum of 15 days. Profit target. Sure. Yeah, they're big on like managing risk, which is good. Right? It's like I want to just see like what the make money. Oh, here we go. Beginner program. Show us you can make money. 2,000 is a target. Should be in 30%. I mean, it's more, it's not Apex. Apex is like shooting from the hip. 5 rules. Yep, you got a daily stop loss limit, beginner program 500, advanced 1,000. Trailing drawdown 1,500, advanced program 3,000. I mean, the $500 loss limit, you'd be probably trading micro contracts, right? But if you were probably trying to look for a more traditional online prop firm program, If some of these other guys seem pretty shady to you, um, if some of these guys seem kind of shady to you, like Apex or some of these other ones that have long drawn out withdrawal processes and things, then that one might be something interesting for you to look at. I have not done a trade day evaluation, but sometimes we can become like addicted to just doing these evaluations. Am I right? It's like you're chasing that feeling of passing an evaluation rather than trading the market here. Or not trade. I shouldn't say that, but I definitely, I think, went through that phase where I was taking way more evaluations and blowing the live accounts, because I was chasing that feeling of succeeding, right? And sometimes when you're trading, you have these kind of boring trading, not boring trading days, but small trading days. You're not getting those fireworks at the end of a trading day, like, yes, I accomplished this. And sometimes these evaluations give you that. They give you that sense of achieving your objective, which can sometimes not be there at all with trading in a live account, no matter how much money you make on it. It's always empty. It's empty feeling, making money. Now we're getting this pullback. There's a little support zone here. This is a 2000 tick chart. I don't know if you can see that on the Nasdaq. My main man Taro got me interested in trading 2000 tick charts, a little bit higher time frame. A little bit higher. I shouldn't say time frame, but chart, candlestick chart. Breaking through. I kind of just want to look at session data. You can do as we're coming now down to that value area low. This is kind of the area that I was interested in getting long on it. And we have a little counter trend line limit. This might be an interesting place to try to take a stab on along. May have a little bit further to go. Apex now has 10 days for withdrawal. Really? I haven't. Yeah, Apex withdrawal was ridiculous. So you got to trade a minimum of 10 days. How does that work, SW Blaze? I should probably take a look at that. Delta's dropping. I like to see it's a nice pullback here. And this trend line to break, Delta start moving up. Let's look at Bookmap. I haven't looked at Bookmap this morning yet. Now we're getting that move. This looks kind of bullish. I like that kind of aggressiveness. It kind of came down here and then it was like, let's go other way. See how it just kind of dropped to point of control. I mean, I'm not going to say that we're also at this kind of this trend line here. I'm not going to say the point of control on this thing is like well established. I mean, the market's only been open for 20 minutes, but getting that push down. We really need that trend line to break. It's starting to fan a little bit here, and fanning means that you've got like a trend line in a trend, a trend line away from a trend line, so something like that, and that's just showing aggressive selling coming in. But we still have this trend line here. Getting a little more of a drop. See if Booksy's map wants to load up. Time for me to take this trade. Breaking that trend line. Long one. Coming up to that second trend line. Got a nice bullish candle there on the 1 minute. Possibly using the back end here of this trend line as support. Build the overnight gap. Looks like it's going to roll down, I think. I might close out of this. Bearish candle in the 1 minute. I'm going to close out. Bearish candle in the 1 minute. I didn't like that. Close out for a small loss. I wanted to see more follow through on it. I might get back in on it, but it's like it. Point of control coming in there. Might jump back in here. That's a little bit of a bullish sign. Using the back end of this trend line. It's like 2000 tick. I only got the Booksies maps, these ups. Book map, see if it's going to give me some magical insight here. You know, positive delta again. Sometimes what I like to do on book map is look to see if there's higher levels of liquidity that I might be wanting to get pulled up into. I'm not really seeing anything. I like to see a ton of orders sitting at 800, and I'm just not seeing it. It's not to say we're not going to move up on this, but pushing off this trend line, a little low volume note on the overnight. I would have been stopped out if I would have stayed in that. Good job, Mr. Bear. Now we're kind of coming into a level that I like. Another. It's not a great 5-minute candle, is it? Trying to pick the bottom of this thing may be the best idea. Yeah, I'm probably have to close out on this. Delta's dropping there. I'm just gonna. Now we're through support. Hmm. Yeah, I was trying to catch the bottom here of this thing. Just didn't do it. I'm only down 168 though. Yeah, Apex changed. You can now qualify in 7 days, which, you know, to be honest with you, well, some of these guys, I'm looking at Apex website here, qualify, where is this thing? Minimum, qualifying little 7 days now on Apex. The one thing, you know, I don't know why they have that rule. Everybody knows how to get around it. You know, everybody knows you can just trade micros to get around the thing. It's stupid. I guess they're just trying to get some people who don't know how to figure that out, haven't figured that out yet. trying to get them suckered into this thing. Not suckered in, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. It's only 7 days. I think they should do a minimum like 5 days. Just do 5 days. It's dumb. Just do 5 days. Maybe they don't want people to feel like rushed through it, I guess, or just come in there and like gamble. Which, when you get like an evaluation for $15 on like one of these sales, it's kind of hard not to think you're just not at, the blackjack table at Vegas. Let's just throw it all in one trade. Let's go 10 contracts deep on this baby and just see what happens with it. You wouldn't go 10 contracts on $15. You would go, 3 contracts on $15. Just take a shot. And I know everyone's going to be like, well, you need to trade the way that you would trade live money. Like a Delta dropping down there. Delta's dropping down. See how price is trying to move up and Delta just doesn't want anything to do with it. Let's see if we get through this trend line here in the 1 minute. See how this 5 minutes going to close. If we can close bullish or not. Still looking to go long on this thing, just on that impulse to the upside. I just don't see it coming through on order flow. It's trying to make that move up, and it's just weak volume coming through. You can see over here on Bookmap. But it may just pop here and shoot up. I think that 5 minutes going to close pretty. Talking to myself. Come on, 5 minute candle. 5 minute candle looks nice and bullish. 1 minute looks nice and bullish, but we're getting this roll going here. Come on, guys. I just have to manually close out of this thing if this thing doesn't pop. Maybe stop at 49. Come on, dude. Killing me here, bruh. Killing me. Bruh. My kids say bruh. So obnoxious. Well, just let it stop us out. $100 on the day. It sucks. This thing's about ready to roll down. Look at the selling volume coming. Damn it. Rip up. Getting chopped up on it. Oh yeah, Malaysian Raisin. I love that name, Malaysian Raisin. Yeah, so you can get 10 days for withdrawal, but you only need to trade to pass the evaluation. It's just 7 days to trade. So it used to be 10 days of trading you needed to do. Now they've dropped that to 7. 7 versus 10. Well, I'm just getting chopped up on this thing. It looks bullish. It looks bullish. It looks like we're going to break out. I mean, that was kind of the setup I was looking for. Value area low, break the trend line, move up, and just didn't work out. So just take your stop on it. That should have gone there. That should have gone on that breakout right there. It should have popped a value area high at least. Oh, this one. See, what I really like is how look at the 5 minute. we had this channel, this 5 minute channel, a lot of volume coming through, a lot of volume coming through on the open, right? A lot of buying volume. Pull back. Now we're using what was resistance as support, pushing off that with value area low, bullish candle in the 5 minute. God, it looks like it's just gonna go. I might get long on this thing again. I just feel like it's going to. I mean, as I'm looking at that, I'm like, that looks like a nice little setup. It just has no interest in particularly moving that much higher. You know what the problem is I'm just getting it at shitty prices. Just jumping in on it. Not jumping in on it, but I'm point of control coming in here. I think these are sellers. I see Delta dropping as that volume comes in. Yep. See if I can get out. Just getting chopped up, guys. Sucks. Time to take a break. Now we're ripping up. I just see Cumulative Delta down here just dropping. Would have been fine on the original trade, huh? I got so many flipping windows up. All right, guys, I'm gonna go grab coffee. That sucked. That would have gone right to my take profit. I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'm going to be right back. Fill up my mug. I'll throw up Bookmap here in case you guys want to keep peeking at that bad boy. See what's going on with it. All right, I'll be right back. What up, guys? We're back. Go ahead and give this video a like. I'd appreciate it, please. Oh, I should say please. Please give this video a like. Please. 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 9 o'clock. See how this 9-minute, this hourly candle closed here. Looks like it's going to roll down. Some odd stuff going on here. I don't know quite how to read this. One thing I cannot do is revenge trade. I need it to become obvious to me to do. It looks like it's going to want to pop 55 and then come back up here. But I know we're using this big support level here at like 40. I think I need to let a couple trades pass me by. I'm tempted to take 56 back up to 68. Well, my stop has got to be down here at 39. It's not a great trade. Here it comes. If it gets through 38, I think it's going to drop to VWAP. Psych everybody out. Oh, you thought I was going up today? Not going up. I'm going down, 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 sucker. That's a big area of support down here. Sellers, you can see sellers are trying to push it down through that. You went short, Kyle? I think it is going to drop. I think it's going to drop to VWAP. But I want that level to break first, and we can see this kind of down channel forming. But this is kind of the formation I was talking about in pre-market, you know, this pennant pattern. Although it's had opportunities to continue the bullish move to the upside, it has decided it doesn't want to do that. It's had the opportunity. You've had Delta's now dropping. It's probably going to come down, tag my order, and then rip up per usual. Take a base hit on it. Man, that was a... Exit. Ninja Trader does not have a trade copier. It has something called Replicanto. I use Replicanto. It's a Ninja Trader add-on. But Ninja Trader does not have like a built-in trade copier. I use Replicanto, and I posted a coupon there for Replicanto. All right, there's one in the description of the video. If you look in the description of this live stream, you'll see something about Replicanto. Now I'm kind of waiting for this thing to go back up. Maybe that was a little bit of a bear trap. We're long, we're short, we're long, we're short, we're long, we're short. I didn't get 10% off Replicanto, but no, Ninja Trader does not have its own built-in trade copier. trying to read this price action that I think we're going to break this line. Break the line, breaking the law, breaking the trend. See point of control coming in here as it's trying to move up. Getting some buying volume coming through. Some buying volume coming through. Like to see more. Tighten up our stop. I mean, we just keep getting stopped out on the goddamn thing. You know, just frustrating. Like I can see what it wants, what it's trying to do is it's move, pull back, weaker selling, break out of this, and we make another run to the upside. We're about ready to get stopped out again. Jesus Christ, there is just not any relief in sight on this thing. If I get stopped out on this, I'm fucking calling it a day. Ugh. $600 on a month. That sucks. That just sucks. And now it's gonna come right here and rip right back up. Life. Well, we've been here before. If anyone who's watched my live streams knows, I've been in this situation before. Massive drawdown on a Monday. $700. That's probably going to be it for my trading. I mean, I see it's hard for me to, you know, we got short here on the break of the support. Only took like $60 on it. Then it looked like it was a false breakout to the downside, and I was reading that we were gonna, you know, break out of this little bearish down channel back to rip up to the upside. And it's just not doing anything that I think it's gonna do. Probably just gonna have to bucks and call it quits those. Hey. I think it's gonna come up here. I'm frustrated. Frustrated. Well, we're just gonna be patient and let something, anything, coming to view, not coming to view, but materialize. I mean, I still like this setup, how we've got the, lots of buying coming in on the open. We've got this weaker kind of down channel move. Couple bullish candles here on the 5-minute. Thought it was going to rip up, break lower. Another bullish candle as we broke lower. It looked like a false breakout to the downside. Price ripped up. I thought we were going to break this trend line and then get another move to the upside. Just didn't do it. Very tricky to trade this thing, right? It's kind of. Jay Lee, I've never traded oil. I'm assuming you're talking to. I know Taro. Taro's in here. I don't know if Taro's here today, but Taro trades. Um, Ton of oil. Not a ton of oil. I said a ton. Trades oil in a very, very moderate fashion. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this trend line here on the 5-minute to break. I think that's the only thing that I can do to take it back up. I really got to wait for that to break. You can see it on the 1-minute as well. We're clearly in this down channel, down to 720. Lennon called this baby out. My desk is super squeaky. The only trade I'm seeing at the moment is the break of this trend line, break of this big resistance area, and back to the upside. I mean, it's just falling now. Pushing lower. Lots of orders down there at 700. That's why you take your stop loss. A lot worse. Going down to the supporting trend line here. It's a Cyber Monday sales going on today. Anybody here trade TradingView? Anyone here doing trades on TradingView as their charting platform? how do I chart? This thing's cranking down. There she goes. Moving lower. Well, I am Groot's. Very nice, very nice. First time trying out a 50K. So you're doing a 50K. 400, nice, Lennon. Now it's looking bearish to me, which shows me that it's probably going to pop up here in a second. Tells me. Yeah, nice call on 720, Lennon. Delta's holding. Delta's popping here. I think who said 780? 680, I mean 680. Came right down to 680. Very nice call on that. If you guys wouldn't mind giving this live stream a like, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't mind. I'm struggling to find. Oh, here. I'm on trading. I'm over here on TradingView. I'm trying to find the price of a stock I was interested in buying. I wish it would just go to my chart setup. Oh, here. Over here. I got this low volume node that's formed. I kind of like these as short setups. I like these LVNs when they form. Of course, the way that my day has been going. Are you gonna stop me? Got a tight stop on it. Bullish candle there in the 2000 tick. I don't think I get it. Out again. All right, that's it. I'm done trading. I'm taking away my trading privileges. Watch this thing just roll over on there for me now. $9.30, yeah. I bet this thing rolls down here. Sucks. Just got stopped out. Not having the best day today, but all right. It's life. Live trading is difficult, friends. Bearish candle in the 1 minute. Popping higher. Not the best day today for me. Well, if Bitcoin is tanking, I will have a little bit better a day. I need Bitcoin. I'm short Bitcoin. I'm actually long an inverse Bitcoin ETF, but I know it's basically shorting Bitcoin. Nice, Vernon. What's up, Taro? I was talking about you, man. Where you been? Talking about how you built an indicator over there on TradingView. And somebody was asking about oil. I was like, man, Taro trades oil, I think. Oil tanked. I'm humming to myself here. It's probably pretty annoying in the microphone. It's just a wonky day to trade. I'm feeling kind of bummed, man. Pretty bummed. I had a good day. I think it was Monday or Tuesday whenever I posted that video, I had a good day. I hope your guys' day is going better than mine. It's just not happening. Well, I think everybody's kind of maybe feeling the same way. Here, let's look at this 1 minute. I might take one more stab at a short, but let's see how this 1 minute comes through. Looks pretty bearish. Looks like we're about ready to roll, doesn't it? I'm just gonna take 55 bucks on. I'm up 9K. What are you trading, Taro? What are you doing over there? Taro's got a system, man. There's not even like a bullish structure that I could, or there's not even like a structure that I can trade to the long side anymore, which is frustrating. That looks like we're Booksy's Mapsy's telling me. Delta's dropping. We got something lower that we're seeking out. A 50. Delta's moving up though. I like using Bookmap of these areas where I feel like it's going to make a move one way or the other. Sarah, are you trading evaluations? I saw that over on Discord. You bought a whole bunch of them. Getting the shit beat out of me this morning. Just getting chopped up. Oh, I'm stretching. Oh, bear stretching. Just getting chopped up on this mother effer. We're long, we're short, we're long, we're short, we're long, we're short. At least I'm taking my stops. You know, I mean, I will say that, but I'm definitely getting trapped both ways. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, I'm really sorry, but this is flipping ridiculous. Look at this. Bearish looks. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I gotta zoom in. Well, here. Bearish candle. Bearish candle on the 1 minute. Bearish candle on the 5 minute. What do? Break higher. Up to VWAP. Yo, Apex rules are amazing. Is it true? What are the new rules? So the only thing that I saw was that you can now take 2 withdrawals a month, which to me is still not good enough. You should be able to take a withdrawal whenever you want. Most of the firms now are telling you that they'll process within 24 to 48 hours your withdrawal request. Apex to me is still far behind on that. Even with 2 withdrawals a month, it's still not good enough. You can what's the other one? Now trade only a minimum of 7 days. I think they should just get rid of that rule altogether, to be honest with you. It's so dumb. Everybody knows how to get around that rule by trading micros for the remainder of the days. Just get rid of that and you'll that will create a lot of buzz. 7 or 10 days to me isn't that big of a difference. 2 withdrawals a month, like I said before, that should be processed within 48 hours. They should process within 48 hours your withdrawal requests. The thing that would really get me is if they got rid of the 4-month rule or the withdrawal caps. The withdrawal caps would for me be a big game changer for them. All this other stuff is just kind of minor to me. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they did remove the caps that they have for withdrawals each month. If they did that, that would be significant for me. But Apex for me also has. I don't know if anybody else has this issue. Right now, I'm trading Buell. I've got a Buell Knox account right now, but with me, Apex, I've got to log into Rhythmic like twice. Does anyone else have to do this with Apex? You've got to log into Rhythmic, open up one instance of Rhythmic, then RTrader Pro, and then open up another instance of RTrader Pro with different parameters, and then connect to NinjaTrader. I mean, it's just a pain in the ass. I don't know why. I don't know why that is with Apex. I like to just click on. I just like to fire up NinjaTrader and have it have it go, have it automatically connect. I don't know. Last time I was trading Apex, I still had to do it. Even after they said they made whatever server thing they did with it. And maybe it's just because I've been with Apex for so long that my account is like one of the older accounts. that didn't get updated. I don't know, but it's a pain in the ass. So you're saying yes, I still have to do that, or you're saying yes to Tarot SW Blaze? I don't have to do that with anybody else. Well, granted, I'm only trading Buell Knox and Apex at the moment. Yeah, 2 steps, man. That's a pain in the butt. I've got an Apex account. I honestly just trade this Buell Knox one because it's easier for me to flip and get started in the morning. I got enough stuff I got to open in the morning. I don't want to have to now pop open Rhythmic and mess with all that. But if it doesn't, it sounds like the newer accounts don't have that problem. I think it's just my account and maybe some, it's just my account. That's what it is, guys. They're out just to get me, slowing me up. No, it sounds like it's probably the older account. But is what it is. Just venting a little bit here. Old man venting. Man, if we broke out of this down channel here, like moved back into this higher volume node. Interested. Nice, Jamie. Ninja's pretty easy. I like Ninja Trader. I mean, there's a lot of charts going on here, but you really just need to open up, a couple charts. I guess all the charting platforms can be complicated. Even like TradingView, I was just fumbling around with TradingView there. I'm on another screen trying to find the price of a stock, and even that, I mean, has a learning curve. It all has a learning curve. And once you get comfortable with something. Pushing off view up. The only thing I'm really seeing is that we break out of this downtrend. Like we come up to like 35, 36, and we move up to this higher, to this other volume node ledge at 68 here. Let's move through that. But I don't know. I'm not feeling too risque. Yeah, people like TradingView. I don't know if you can use TradingView with some of these evaluations, though. Some of them say you can. Does anyone here use TradingView for their evaluations? Prop firm evaluations? I'm trying to cut back on my coffee intake, guys. Just not taking any coffee breaks. I'm just looking at my empty coffee mug. You've already had 3 cups of coffee. You need to chill out. Elite Trader Funding supports it. There are so many of these prop firms popping up. It's incredible. Look at the bearish 5-minute, break in the trend line here on the 1 minute, bearish on the 1 minute. Ah, is this a short? Is this a short, boys? Let's see if we're gonna break this guy. Is it gonna get through that? It is. Anybody shorting this? MT4. You know what? I used to trade Forex, and I was really comfortable with MT4, and I was messing with something, not messing with it. I was looking at FTMO. Somebody posted a comment in one of the videos I did about prop firms about how FTMO is better. So I decided to go over and just do a free trial of FTMO, and that uses the MT4 platform. And FTMO does CFDs and Forex. So if you don't know what CFDs are, they're contracts for difference. It's an over the counter product. It's not traded on an exchange. Anyways, there's spreads on them, and they're highly speculative. I mean, futures trading is highly speculative too. So I shouldn't. Nothing wrong against that. It's just, but it mirrors. It copies the movement of the NQ or an indice exactly. Anyways, yeah, this looks choppy, Terrell. So I went over there and just clicked on it. And I wanted to kind of compare it because a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, well, FTMO is better than these futures trading prop firms," and I don't think it is. But anyways, we can get into that later. So, but I was looking at MT4, and I used to be like 2 or 3 years ago, I used to only trade on MT4 because I was trading Forex, and like 3 years ago, I should say. No, actually, longer than that now. 4 years ago, geez. And MT4 was just as clunky as I was trying to figure out, how to trade, how to use it. And it was a clunky little program. And there's some things that I still liked about it. But yeah, it's just, whatever trading platform you use, there's going to be a learning curve. Even if you're very familiar with using trading platforms and you're using a simple one like MT4, there's still a learning curve to it. And then once you get into it, of course, you get super comfortable. Delta's providing bullish structure. That wasn't exactly the most insightful. It's just the point. I was going to do a video on FTMO. I don't want to do too many like prop trading videos. I know a lot of people are interested in them, but I don't want this channel just to be like a prop trading video thing. But I was looking at stuff to do over Thanksgiving weekend because markets were closed, and there was a ton of those sales going on weekend. I think everybody picked up what they were going to pick up, and now are trading their evaluations. Moving lower here. I don't know. I'm still waiting for price move back into this higher volume node. Where it rolls, I don't know. I'm just looking at Delta holding price there, but I've been wrong all morning, so I wouldn't give too much value. Yep, Jamie, I think you still pay that monthly fee with Apex. I mean, that's, yes, you do still pay the monthly fee. I think it's $90 a month. The only one that I know that has no fees once you pass is One Up Trader. You don't pay any. You don't pay a account setup fee. You don't pay anything. But One Up Trader also never has any sales. Um, so what I say is it's kind of like if you're gonna pay, like let's say you do Buell Knox, which has 140 something dollar setup fee for your PA account. They always have sales, and Buell Knox will um, match anyone else's sales. So you pay a much lower price to do the evaluation, and then you'll have to pay your account setup fee. But the account setup fee plus your evaluation is probably equal to what One Up Trader would charge you for just doing 1 month of the evaluation. That makes sense. Yeah, Sebby Blaze, that's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Hmm. Interesting how it came up. It's grinding up that big move on the open. Oh, that got me. Really got me there. Seller's coming in here. Big seller coming in there. More selling. Looks aggressive. Looks aggressive. Delta did not make a new low though. Time is it? Almost 10. I may need to take a break here, guys. We may need to take a break. I'm gonna go grab some water. I might get another cup of coffee. I'm not gonna say I'm not. Get a cup of coffee. I've had too much coffee, but I might. I'm gonna get some coffee, and then I'll come back. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, post it up in the chat. And when I come back, we can talk about whatever. But yeah, I'll be right back. What up, guys? We're back. Yeah, I don't see Delta, you know, taking too much here. So that this is going to be like a massive sell-off day, but still like the break. Actually, you know what? I think we've completely flipping and ignored this channel. Up, up, up. You trade off the highs and lows of the day? No, I don't. I don't. It's 5 minutes going to close. Is you think this thing's going to break 77, break this low, and just flipping tank? Time we're already getting an hourly close. Very bearish. Look at that. Good night. But we're coming down here to where was our big zone? Oh yeah, down here that we drew out on the right down here. It might get sucked all the way down here. Just tank down to that. Always good to keep those higher time frames in mind. It's like you just want to keep jumping. You look at that 5 minute. It looks so bearish. You want to jump in on it to the downside, but it keeps doing these little moves back up, stopping you out. Tough. This is an overnight volume profile. I mean, yeah, my eye keeps looking for it to break, you know, back above VWAP, back into this node up here. It's a pretty solid move for it. I don't know. Particularly at 10 o'clock. I did get more coffee, guys. Man, the World Cup's on. I totally forgot the World Cup's on this morning. I was like, holiday's over, break's over. The World Cup is on. Ooh, Brazil, Switzerland. I'm kind of waiting for this area, that area to break, and then maybe up. Looking pretty. I mean, Delta's, you know, not negative. We're not negative Delta. Still positive Delta on the session. So I'm really just need to sit on my hands. What I need to do is not look at that big red number screaming at me on the screen and just wait for a decent move, although time is getting away from me here. You know? Time is getting away. Ay, ay, ay. Yep. Yep. Oh no, my volume profile. Where'd it go? I accidentally deleted it. I wish there was a way you could lock that volume. Wow. Oh, my bands are. Oh, my poor bands. We're trading without the Bollingers today, boys. Maybe that's what my problem is. Just trading without those things. Trading boys and girls, I should say. Selling. Selling. Yeah, I'm not seeing any trades here at. I'll be right back, guys. Right back. Yeah, I'm muted there, guys. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Why that muted? Took a long on that. It looked like we were out of that trend. We got a couple bullish candles on the 1 minute. I thought we were gonna get that move up to VWAP. We've got this bearish candle now on the 5 minute. Probably, I don't know. We had some delta divergence. It's just a shitty day. It's just a shitty day for me right now. We're just gonna take the loss at 9:36 on the day, and I need to shut everything down. Just not trade this thing anymore. It's not looking good for us. So, anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. It's 10:20. European markets are gonna close in 10 minutes. Gosh, that's frustrating. Frustrating day. Yeah, Tara, I think you and I are both getting chopped up today. Just now it looks bearish with top of this channel, bearish candle. This looks like a short. Or we break higher here out of that, and then we come up. I don't know. I'm gonna call it quits today. I hope you guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me, everybody. You may have gotten a lesson on how not to trade today, which would be as valuable as getting a lesson on how to trade. This is the way it goes. Only trading one contract and still manage to lose almost $1,000. So frustrating. I just closed my hourly there. That's frustrating too. 30 minutes looking bearish. I mean, as you zoom out, you can kind of get a better idea of what's going on. Yeah, that's frustrating. Now it's probably going to rip up. Gosh. All right, I'm signing off, guys. Thanks for joining us. Give this thing one last like before I jump off of here. There it goes. Is it moving up? Is it moving down? Nobody knows. We got some work to do the rest of this week. See if we can make some of this money back this week, but it's not going to happen today. But we are going to break this high and then move up to VWAP. A very difficult day to trade today. For me, anyway. Others might be. Thanks, Jamie. Get her back tomorrow. Yeah, it may take a couple of days to get her back, but usually we get it back. Just need to let the market sort itself out a little bit more. I kind of knew I was rolling the dice here coming in after a holiday weekend. Well, you want to trade? You want to trade. So, all right, guys. You guys take it easy. I will be back tomorrow. Appreciate everybody who smashed that like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, putting out some other content out there about some of these online prop firms, a little bit on strategy, some other stuff too. So, anyways, appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna sign off now. I'm closing everything. Back tomorrow. See ya. Bye.